Today we wanted to talk about our next patch, which is planned to be around October 7. This is just the date we're aiming for. We're going to talk about the content we're going to release, and some of the features we're working on. We're trying to get in for this release.
Yeah, and right now you're watching the WTCC 2013 cars in a multiplayer race on Monza, and that will be part of the new content that you will be able to drive starting October 7.
And apart from the WTCC 2013 pack, we are also going to release, we're planning to release another individual car, a hill climb car, but we'll talk about that more in detail later. Apart from content, we want to include some cool features this patch, one being test drive. You'll be able to try any car you don't own and just get a feeling of the car, just try it in track test for as long as you want before you purchase it if you want.
How is that going to work? I mean, is it going to be in the store, a button that you can...
Yeah, it will. So when you're browsing through all our content in store, you should be able to see a small wheel icon, and if you click on that, it will just load that car. So you can try that car for free. But it will be a very limited track test. No car setup, no options available. You'll just be able to drive the default setup. Another feature we're working on is the time of day. In the past we talked about this. In the past we talked about this feature, we called it moods. We changed the name to time of day, and we're trying to get it done before for this patch, but we're not exactly sure if we can make it, but we're doing our best. And the time of the day will include different mood settings like morning, noon, evening, and you'll be able to choose a different time of day before you start a race or practice or qualify. As a first iteration, it will be quite limited. You'll have to just select one, and that's the one we'll load. But in the future, it will be much more dynamic. Where, for instance, in practice, if you select the morning, in the qualify it will switch to noon, and in the race it might go to afternoon, and so on. But the first iteration will be very simplistic, just minimal. You'll just need to choose one in the race settings, and that's it.
And no, there won't be any night racing in the coming future. I mean, not the close future at least. Yeah. It will just be from early morning to like sunset, and even after the sunset.
The time of day is more predefined lighting settings, if you will, and the nighttime is much more complicated, and it involves a lot of artwork, which we might do in the future, but it's not in the current plan. Right now we're watching Georg and racing against some of our other developers and some of our beta testers, and he's driving the Honda Civic. So if you have any...
Yeah, don't forget that what you're looking at is still beta, so you can already see some bugs. Like, for example, the mirror is detached from the car. This is all going to be fixed before release. Obviously, I mean, it's all
Yeah.
being reported in the bug trackers. So what you're looking at is definitely work in progress. Yeah, pit stops definitely in the plan for GT Masters and DTM 2014. Yes, so you will be able to.
Yeah, it's currently in development, and hopefully it will be available before 2015 with those experiences.
Yeah, I mean the DTM 2014 will have option tires, so they can actually work on your strategy and perform a pit stop changed for option tires. And GT Masters will actually simulate the actual time it takes to do a driver swap. And like we said last time in the last stream, there will be even like sound effects for the driver swap, so you can hear yourself leaving the seat. That's quite nice. So we promised we would answer some of the questions that you guys have been sending through Twitter. And maybe Sonat, you want to take the first ones?
The first one comes from Kjell Eilertsen. Hopefully I didn't butcher his name. He's asking if we have any plans on adding a system to encourage clean racing. Of course we do. We do have, we have some ideas in the plan, but it's not really for very near future, so it's still quite early for us to talk about it because it is subject to change. But of course we want to reward players who are racing clean, and I wouldn't say penalize, but we do want to have a system where we encourage people to race clean.
I think what we can actually already say is that we are working towards a ranking system.
Yeah.
And obviously we want your behavior on the track to be reflected in the ranking, so we are currently investigating ways and the best ways of doing that.
So just for example, I guess a good example would be if you are a person who's wrecking all the time, eventually your point will go down so much that you will only be able to race with other low ranking players, which is probably a place you don't want to be in if you want to enjoy these races.
Oh, apparently Kiel is in the chat right now, and he says your pronunciation was almost spot on.
Oh, good. Let's go through questions to see what we have.
What features, if any, do you plan on implementing to stop rammers in public multiplayer servers? That comes from Shards Hunt.
This is pretty similar to Kjell's question, so I don't know if you need to say
yeah,
more.
I mean there is already some feature already there, the wrecking prevention system that ghosts you if there are some conditions for your car to become ghosted, like going in the wrong way, standing still for more than X seconds.
Yeah, but obviously it doesn't stop people from just ramming into you from behind. The wrecker prevention is limited somewhat. Yeah. But hopefully the point system is also another thing that will discourage people from ramming into cars all the time. Patrick Werner is asking when we can host when players can host their own servers, aka dedicated servers. We definitely have them in the plan, but I don't know if we have a date, or I think that's another thing that is too early for us to say, or it's very, very hard for us to set a date for these kind of things because it involves a lot of infrastructure work, and we're still investigating those. Another one from Twitter is Ernie is asking, after the big R3 update that was released last week, what is the next big next big feature Sector 3 Studios is aiming for? Well, this patch is lighter than the last patch. We are very happy to hear your comments regarding the GT Masters pack, the content package. So now we're rushing, we're trying very hard to get the WTCC content pack done. But in terms of features, I think try before you buy. The test drive feature is quite a big deal for us, because as players you get to test the car before you purchase it, which was something we wanted to do for a long time. And as a free-to-play game, obviously we want people to get a feel of the car before they invest in it. So I think it's a big feature. Apart from that, the time of day is also something we promised back in the day under Simbin name, but there was always something else that became priority. But under Sector 3 we thought it's a good time to get this done and introduce it to you guys. I can see a question from Rumi63 or Rumi. He's asking if there's a chance of getting better ping on servers for North American players. In the long term, we definitely have plans to have more global servers. Right now, all our alpha servers are running in Germany, but that's also another infrastructure research we're doing right now. We're investigating whether we should find a better global solution, and which also includes servers in North America and perhaps even in Australia and different continents to cater to everyone globally. What was that? Hi guys, we're back. We are giving away some redeem codes with the VRPs. So if you stay tuned and just watch this, keep watching the stream. First one who gets to type this in will get 350 free VRPs. Better hurry up.
How long is that gonna stay on screen?
I guess we can keep talking.
Oh, people are making screenshots right now.
Yeah.
How many viewers?
Let's take another question from...
Yeah, you've just seen a loading screen with DTM, old classic DTM cars. This is also content that is coming.
They didn't see it.
Yeah, it was there.
Oh.
So I mean, Moritz saw it on the chat, classic DTM. A question from Iceman Polo: will there be pit stops only in DTM and GT Masters, or also in RaceRoom Experience? At first only in DTM and GT Masters 2014 experiences, but later on we'll add it to RaceRoom Experiences. There was a question from Probot from Poland, or Probot PL, about Steam, better Steam integration, like inviting people in multiplayer chats, in multiplayer servers. Sorry, that might come at a later point, but there is no schedule for that right now. So not promising anything, but that's definitely something that we agree would improve the experience and the Steam integration. But right now, as a reminder, you already have a friend system built in the game, and you can just find each other, and you will see if a server in the multiplayer lobby has a friend of yours on it. So that's actually a way already to find each other there.
We know that the current multiplayer alpha browser is quite minimal and simplistic, but that's why it's called alpha. We are definitely looking into improving it over time. Even with this patch, we have some small improvements with sorting, just to make things easier until we release the multiplayer beta.
Someone is asking that we should introduce ourselves.
Oh,
because they
sure.
are stalking, but they have no idea who we are.
Well, I thought Chris, who made the initial introduction, Chris Speed, he left now, but I thought he did, but guess not. I'm Sonat Osterk, and with me is JF, Jean-François, but we all call him JF.
Or the French guy, who's not French, but
Belgium guy, yeah, the Belgian guy, yeah. And we're here to answer all your questions. The ones we can answer, that is. We do pick and choose sometimes. Another question from Twitter is coming from Jeff Perkins. He's asking if we have any plans to implement better FOV options for triple screen users. It's a good question. I mean, we always have. Well, even in the past, we had
touched on that subject
plan.
in the previous stream, but I think it's quite okay to just repeat it, because not everyone was watching it, obviously. But triple screen support has to be balanced. Like, okay, this is gonna take us this amount of work, and it's not a small task to like really work on making 3 render targets that you can. It's a lot of menu support and all that. And right now, what we have been doing is implementing support for the Oculus DK. And personally, I think this beats any triple screen setup. And I think that's where we should put our focus on from now on, because that's the future.
Obviously, we do want to support the triple screen setups much better, but we do feel that we do have some other priorities first. Miguel Diaz is asking if we have any plans to do rain and night races. I would say sure, just not in the near future.
And with us is Scott Probin, who is our game director now, and he's responsible for the design and the schedules. And I see a question like, when is the mode or the ability to save your car setup coming? Is that something that we can talk about?
Yeah, it's something we want to do, but first we actually want to update the media hub so that you have the ability to share those files between you and your friends. So it is on the plan, it's just not the next thing in the plan.
And there's also a question in the chat that I have missed from someone who I don't really want to say that name. Farts from Hell. You're saying we ignored your question. I'm sorry, I just missed it. But what was it?
About the silhouettes?
About silhouette. Nissan Silhouette. Which one? Oh yeah, okay, yes. Yeah, well, all that content. I mean, we are working on improving the offer in old cars. I mean, you all know the Group 5 car class in the game already, and we already spoke last time about the Fab Car 935. That one will come and enrich the Group 5 class, and we are also adding a Nissan 300 to the GTO class to go along with the Audi 90 Quattro. And yeah, it's all content that will be announced, soon when it's ready. A question from Konean about the rest of the GT Masters track, like Sachsenring, Slovakia Ring. Well, as you might know already, we are working on the GT Masters 2014 content, the experience that will be released by the end of this year. November is the current target date. November 4th? Yeah, somewhere in November is the target date for that. That will contain Sachsenring, which is being finished right now, and maybe you have seen some leaked pictures, and there was a screenshot shared on Facebook, I think.
I did share some WIP shots in one of the dev blogs quite a while ago as a tease.
Yeah, but like maybe yesterday or the day before, there was a Facebook post with a Sachsenring screenshot. And regarding Spa, that track has not really been started yet from the art side. What we have is a few buildings, but we do plan on doing it, yes. And we actually sent 3 people there: Anthony, Montel, Wojtek, Fields 3, and Alex Humler, come 8. And they gathered a lot of reference for the track and WTCC cars. And Slovakia Ring will be coming, yes. We had to do a few tweaks to Slovakia Ring because this year they have flattened the hill a bit so that it doesn't require a fake chicane just before. So that delayed a bit the release of that track. Yes, please change your nickname, Farts from Hell.
Okay.
Yeah, the fake chicane was put there on the real track because the hill in Slovakia Ring was a bit dangerous because any fast car would take off, and yeah, that wasn't safe at all. So they have added these 2 blocks so that the cars have to go around them, and it slowed them down a lot. But they have now worked on flattening that hill so that it's less of a bump now. Yeah, but that's a target date, Ernie. So don't take that for granted. It's something that we work towards in our schedules. But as usual in software development, things have a tendency to occur and happen, and
that's what we're aiming
around.
for. But you never know. Something might delay things a little bit.
And Dr. Yu is asking, when will the rest of the tracks get updated with the new road feel and shaders? Well, it's a continuous work from Fields 3, Wojtek. I mean, you have seen, I think we have seen Monza and Suzuka already in the multiplayer stream. And those are being worked on right now, so that they would be ready for the release of the WTCC pack. So those tracks will be updated with road feel in October 7 patch. DTM Classic, well, it's the 1992 cars that we are working towards right now, and from a content perspective, we are done with. I mean, I think it's 5 cars, and we are done with 4 from a model perspective. And yeah, there is no date for that release, because after that, I mean, obviously we need to work on the sounds, we need to work on the physics, and that will be worked on. Sorry, that was Anthony. He's having a close race behind me, and he crashed. So yeah, no date yet on the DTM 92 cars, but it's definitely something that will come very soon. I mean, the moment you start seeing in-game screenshots, means that it's pretty much coming along nicely in terms of development.
I guess it's time to give away more VRPs. So if you pay attention to the stream,
Is it time?
you'll have a chance to get 350 free VRPs if you hurry up and redeem these codes.
Boom. Why so many VRPs?
I can't read the names.
It's
from
farts
here.
from hell again.
Apart from 92 cars, I don't think we have any DTM Retro stuff in the works right now. Do we, JF?
No. DTM 92 cars.
Yeah. I can see that Cone Assassin is asking the same question Jeff asked via Twitter, which we already answered, regarding the FOV options and settings, better support for triple screens. Of course, it's something we want to do, but it may not happen in the very near future.
Are you able? And there was a question about what cars exactly are part of the DTM 1992 content that we are working on. Well, it's all the cars that have raced that season, and that's the Mercedes-Benz 190E, the Audi V8, BMW M3, Ford Mustang, and Opel Omega. And the Opel is actually the one that the model is not done, the 3D model, not finished yet. So yeah.
In chat, I can see that Jimmy Tight Lips is shouting damage, question mark. I'm guessing he's talking about improved damage models.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. What's the question?
I'm not sure either, but he seems to be angry because he's shouting in caps.
I mean, if you are reacting to the damage that you see during this stream, I mean, again, this is a work in progress. I mean, I know there are some bugs in the bug tracker already that the WTCC cars are not suffering from enough damage on collisions, but that will be sorted.
We're also looking into improving the mechanical damage. Right now we know that the gearbox damage is quite sensitive. It's very easy to break it, and we want to balance that in the near future. But yeah, as other users have mentioned that before better triple screen support, we think we want to support the Oculus Rift. Right now, it's something we're working on, and it already looks good.
Yeah, the freedom of movement in the Oculus, I mean, you have head tracking, and it's like you can really literally do anything there. So there is no limit. I mean, I think there was a video on YouTube that someone made showing the Celine S7, one of the free cars that comes with the game. And I mean, it shows pretty much everything you can do with the Oculus right now in the game.
A couple days ago I saw another user trying out on Aquila, another free car, and looked good. Even though it's work in progress, some users are already trying it out, which is great to see.
A question from Cone Assassin: any plans to add roof skins, I mean Porsche skins liveries on the roof for ADAC mode? To take the place of Porsches? Well, that's a bit of a tricky question, because I mean, it would mean that, you know, we would not really be playing the game correctly, and we're still hoping that we can actually get the real Porsche. So let's see about that. But it's not something we would like to do. That would actually jeopardize our chances. DTM 2014 target date. Well, same as the GT Masters. I mean, these target dates are development. Doesn't mean that it will go live and that you can go and purchase it, but we are planning on being done by November 4th for those experiences.
So I guess it's safe to say sometime in November we're planning on releasing both experiences. Moritz 1998 Live is asking if there will be a mode where you can speak to each other while driving, like TeamSpeak or Ventrilo. We don't have any plans to support this in game, because there's also, as a Steam-only game, there's also Steam Voice application you can use. You can use Steam Voice in game, so we don't have anything in the plans.
How about we show some try before you buy, so that, I mean, we can show you how it's going to be implemented. The feature we talked about in the beginning of this stream. Starting October 7, you will be able to go and browse the store, and if a car looks interesting to you, then you can click. You can click a simple button that puts you on the track with that car. So yeah, that's. I mean, everything you see again might change before it goes live.
So please keep in mind the current server and system we're showing this is work in progress. It's our test server, so some things may appear broken, just like that ADC pack you see. It has a missing image. So if Georg, if you click on the car,
Yeah, already did.
and there's another teaser in the loading screen.
Oh my God! It's a teaser for a
mystery
car
machine.
we already talked about. It's the.
It's no secret. but
Should we say what it is? I mean, people can recognize.
maybe we
it.
can give VRPs to whoever guesses it right.
Yeah, someone was saying that the codes didn't work, but I guess that's because they were used already.
Well, you have to. I'm pretty sure you have to be quite fast.
Or maybe you took a 0 for a O or a O for a 0.
So I guess we can talk a bit more about the try before you buy feature. We think it's a big deal. You get to test any car we have that you don't own with any livery you want. You are, however, limited to drive in RaceRoom Raceway, which is our free track currently, and you don't get to tweak things around in car setup or anything. So Zekto in chat is asking if the users will be able to use custom skins. This is quite a hard topic for us to be able to answer right now. It's still in heavy discussion. We do have some plans for some sort of livery customization in the future, but if I'm being honest, nothing in the upcoming months, perhaps next year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's even in the schedules right now.
Yeah, it's only a discussion we're having, and it's quite hard for us. We have a lot of concerns. We need to finances for ourselves.
So yeah, I mean, right now you're looking at the try before you buy feature, and Georg is currently driving on RaceRoom Raceway, which will be the only track that you will be able to test. I mean, it's about testing the car, so it's always going to be on the same track, which is this one.
We believe RaceRoom Raceway is a good track to test the car fully.
It has everything.
It has everything. It has chicanes. It has good turns and corners and everything.
Are you guys doing one last multiplayer race?
Yeah, can do that.
And let's have another TCC multiplayer race. I guess we'll start wrapping it up after that.
V8 supercars, no, there is no date for that pack. Sorry.
Monza? Yeah.
Matthias is asking if you guys are interested in more VRPs. He apparently has more codes for you, so... Yeah, WTCC 2014 is definitely in the works, yes. Karsten has been working on the Citroën. No dates for that pack either.
Right on my Lands TV is asking about improvements for stats during the game. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by stats during the game, but we are working on improving the stats overall in the stats you see in the portal. Actually, this might be disappointing news for some of you, but we are planning on wiping all the stats we have in the portal and start with a new system.
We had many, to be honest, we had many bugs with the stats, and I think it's good to start fresh with a new.
In a couple months ago, there was a huge mess up in the stats system where some stats just turned messy for some users, and ever since then, we have some inaccuracies in stats for a lot of our players. So I think our excuse is the fact that we're still in beta, so we feel like it's okay to wipe the stats. Hopefully that's okay, and but hopefully from that point going forward it will be much more smooth and better, and we will keep improving the stat system to show you guys more statistics on more stuff.
And there was a question before from Hamduct44. He was asking, okay, I own a lot of tracks, but some of them don't have the upgraded road feel or upgraded shaders. Do I have to repurchase those? Obviously not. We don't want you to have to purchase them again. That would be silly. They would just simply be updated as they are ready. And the next ones that would come, I mean, like we said, October 7 with this WTCC pack, Suzuka and Monza will receive the road feel feature.
And Hungaroring.
Yes.
And we might have a few more tracks we can include with this patch. But also for the patch size, we don't want to give you guys a 5 gig patch, so we sometimes introduce these big art changes in small waves. So every patch we include a few tracks, and just like we did with the corner marker updates several months ago, where we, instead of introducing all the changes in one patch, which would be a huge patch, we're splitting it in smaller bursts. Ooh, someone is asking about BTCC. I don't know if we have anything on that.
I'm not aware of any plan of doing BTCs.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
Mestarn is asking if it will be possible to center the HUD. He's using a somewhat different screen, and
Pretty big screen.
he finds it hard to see when it's all on the far right side. Like we mentioned in our devlogs quite a while ago, we are working on changing things, and we're switching on to a web UI technology. With that, I believe it will be possible to customize things a lot easier, move things around, and anchor them to wherever you want. Hopefully that will be possible in the future. I see a French question, maybe JF you can answer.
Yeah, GT Club Mick is saying that unfortunately he doesn't speak English, and he would like information, the most important information in the chat in French. I'm not sure if someone speaks French and wants to translate, or I can take it in French quickly. Yes, Donc les informations importantes de ce stream sont que le WTCC 2013 sera un pack qui sortira le 7 octobre et contiendra toutes les voitures du 2013 ainsi que 3 circuits qui sont déjà disponibles depuis un petit moment, Monza, Suzuka et Budapest, Hungaroring. Sorry for this, it was just a quick French parenthesis.
Oh, it's nice to have variety.
Maybe you want to take it in Turkish? Or? Bloody Rules keeps asking that he's doing a single player race, but it's loading endlessly. That's usually because, I mean, a good troubleshooting tip is to go and check validity of game cache in Steam. Right click the game, properties, and then check validity of game cache, and Steam will do some checks on your local files and verify that you have everything.
Um, 70 Aldo 70 is asking about Formula 1. Yeah, we have nothing on that. I'm sorry. Specials Special Symbol mentioned something about FAQ. This is definitely something we're planning to do. As you know, we've been through a lot of, on the company side, we've been through a lot of restructuring, so we didn't have time to work on the community stuff. We've been quite inactive, if you will, in the community in the past few 2 months, and we are definitely working on improving things and providing a well-detailed FAQ and being a lot more active. I don't know if we just to remind people, the WTC 2013 pack will also include 3 tracks, and of course if you do own some of these tracks, because these are already available in R3, you'll get additional discounts.
Yeah, you're not paying for them again.
Yeah, I mean, I think we already introduced our dynamic link system, link discount system last patch, and I think we got nice, good, positive feedback from the community. And
you guys seem to have loved the pack for GT Masters 2013 and the way we released it. We got tons of really good feedback on that. So that's a really positive thing.
The pack without any discounts will already be a lot cheaper than if you were to buy every single car individually.
Yeah, I actually got the green light to say the price of the pack. It's going to be
1200 VRPs, I believe. 11.99.
You get all the cars and 3 tracks. And obviously you will pay less if you own the tracks already.
And the tracks we're including are Suzuka, Monza and Hungaroring. I can see a lot of individual questions or shout-outs for certain content, tracks or cars. I don't know, in general I believe we have enough content in the pipeline for over a year, I guess.
Oh yeah, we have tons of cars and tracks that have been licensed and that we just need time to work on them.
Yeah. If anything, we probably have too many. So you guys should have no worries about the lack of content. We will keep giving you guys content. Swapin97 is asking about how much the pack will cost, because he didn't catch it. It will be 1200 VRPs. Plus any discount you might get for owning those tracks already.
Minus any discount.
Well, minus, yeah.
And Neil was asking about Swedish tracks and saying that we had them in race series. Yeah, we did, but I mean, we cannot just take them and release them in RaceRoom Racing Experience because the level of quality is simply not the same. I mean, go back to Racer 7, compare it with RaceRoom Racing. We did a lot to improve on the visuals, feeling. So taking those tracks into RaceRoom Racing Experience would still mean a lot of work.
And sometimes there seems to be this misconception that we just convert our tracks from our previous titles, which is not the case. We build things from scratch.
Yeah.
And looks like the race is quite exciting. I saw Georg on position 6 and now he's climbing up. He's already on the 3rd position. But yeah, come October 7th, did we say, for the patch, the target date, you'll be able to race these cars yourself.
Will there be Nordschleifer in R3? That's a big question. Yeah. Well, I'm personally flying there tomorrow for the Sim Expo, and I will meet with Jay Eckel, and we'll make sure to bring our laser tags. Yeah, but okay, yes, we will be working on Nordschleifer. Yes.
We'll go to the track with laser pointers and just do a lap. Speaking of which, we will be present in Sim Expo. If any of you guys are going to Sim Expo in Nürburgring,
yeah, look for the 2 guys with Sector 3 outfit. Yeah, we will be there.
Yeah, don't go for the race room, guys. Go for Sector 3 studio.
No, that's... yeah, we'll be in the big hall, just under the huge screen in Nürburgring Boulevard. And the entire race room will be there. And yeah, we will have the main GT Masters trophy, I think they call it. Any word on Oculus Rift support? Well, some of you found out that we do have support already in the public build if you start the game with a certain command line. Well, this is work in progress, so don't judge us on this. And I know that we have it in the schedule to actually do a proper implementation, including menu support and doing it the proper way, and that would be part of the December releases. other than that, we had questions also from other sources than Twitter, and there was one posted on the forums of our friends at Race Department. Someone was asking about DLCs and how confused he was about, how he can use the content he's purchasing. And he was looking at the ADAC GT Masters pack, and he had some questions like, can he use the tracks with other cars than the GT Masters cars? Can he use the GT cars on other tracks? Well, yes. The pack, just like the WTCC pack that we will be releasing in October 7, is a pack of cars within RaceRoom Racing Experience that you can mix up with any other content.
So far, the only DLC we have released is DTM Experience 2013.
Yes, and that is currently exclusive.
And these content packs are just content packs within RaceRoom Racing Experience, not DLCs.
Do we have plans to add more hill climb content? Well, we mentioned a new hill climb car that will be announced at a later point. I think I'm pretty sure it will be released sometime in October. But yeah, that exact date is currently unknown and will be decided. But as a hint, I can tell you it's using the same kind of engine. Yeah, the same engine. And it's a car that exists. Okay, so there are 2 minutes left in the race, and we will end the stream right after it. Oh, 1 minute actually, yes, sorry. So if you have any last questions, just shout them now.
And we will try to do more streams in the future. It won't be a regular planned schedule like every 2 weeks or anything, but just whenever we have something interesting to talk about, something to show, we will have live streams.
There's a question right now. The sounds of the cars, they sound so real. Are they real or created on computers? So I actually have Anthony Montel just next to me, so I'm gonna give him the seat.
No, you can stay.
Okay. Oh, you can
just
speak from behind me.
So the question here is it real?
Are the sounds real? I mean, maybe it's a good occasion to share how you're working.
Well, very simple. We record the real cars, and I should just put the sounds in the game.
Yeah, but you're making it sound too simple. I mean,
No,
I have seen you working.
No, but the question was about, is it real or computerized? But it is real.
Yes.
Everything is sampled from the real cars.
Yes.
So,
I mean, the way Anthony works is that he works from real recordings, and he just, takes this recording and cuts it like in smaller parts.
yeah.
And then you do a lot of work on those samples.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make a
a course about how makes the sounds.
No, but
in this
basically
game,
it comes from real
yeah,
recordings.
Yeah,
that
but
you just-
basically, yeah, we are working from real recordings, and when the car is not available for some reasons, and it happens a lot, very often, especially with the historic cars, we just find the equivalent, the same engine on another car. But it really happened very, very few times, because luckily we had all the models we have in the game right now are almost all available or racing currently. It's a big chance we have now that with all the historic races running all over the world, we have access to any car we want, and at least the cars we needed in the game. So yeah, it was not really a problem to record these cars.
Okay, well that concludes the stream for today. Thank you all for watching the first stream as Sector 3 Studios. We're all very proud and glad to be in front of you as, you know, Sector 3 Studios from now on, and hope that, you know, the future is going to be great for everyone, and that you will enjoy our new and upcoming releases as much as we currently do by driving it internally.